is there?
Well, hey, I don't know. We could be live right now. I'm just gonna hit the intro. Oh.
And then there was two. How are you, buddy? That's going great.
Good, good.
Hello, fans. All you people out there.
I don't know how.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Heikadelic Show.
All right. Live again. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
It got us moved over there.
Yeah. So, wow, Ringo's not here. George hasn't showed up. Holy shit.
Yeah. Man, what's happening here?
Wow, all of a sudden,
week,
my week was pretty busy. I'm trying to get a lot of shit done here. You know, that time of season, you got to put stuff away, get stuff ready. You know, I put snow tires on 2 cars. I got 3 more cars to go. It's like, because everybody comes here, right? Can you do my snow tires?
Yep.
And they don't have room to keep them, so we keep them here. I don't mind.
Yeah. Right. Where did you store? You got like a barn or something you store them in?
Yeah, I got them in the back barn, and I have some outside. Just they're covered up.
Did you just get a drink delivered to you?
Yeah, George is in here making it to play tunes, so I'm just gonna have to open it and say cheers because I'm getting thirsty.
Wait a second. Wait, whoa. Tra la 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 la. Tra la la
la la la la la la. Cheers, everybody.
Tra la 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 la.
We're doing it old school today.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Cheers. Today I'm drinking Nestle's finest tea.
Oh, yeah.
This is tea. Yeah.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Pretty good. Am I cutting out Ringo? Ringo fucking, am I? Speaking of Ringo.
Do I look like Ringo to you?
Come in. Huh? No, I know. I just had Ringo on the mind because I was going to mention it before I had it. He said he's going to try and drop in later on. He's just
okay.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're good, and then you get a bit jerky and stuff, but we'll just deal with it.
Oh. Well, if I get jerky, just let me know, and I'm in the trailer. Hi,
Deborah.
Deb, how are you? Hope you guys are doing fine over there, you and Neil.
Yeah, I was going to go outside, but the wind started picking up, so the curtains start flying all over the place, so I can't really do it. Because if I open the curtains, it's too dark, right? I need the light.
Not good.
But no, I had a great campfire last night.
Did you?
Yeah. I got so much stuff to burn here. Holy crap. Because I cut down 3 trees, right? So there's branches all over my lawn in big piles. So every day I go over and do a little bit, right? Bust it all up small, and then I could burn it.
Right.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah, I started hearing you going fuzzy, so then I was like, I better try and move this somewhere different.
Oh, okay. So you're in your camper.
I'm in my camper. So yeah, so my internet last week, it was gone. It's been gone for a week pretty much.
Yeah.
And you call Belle to, hey, Ma Belle, we need some help because your service isn't working.
Yep.
And she says, well, they say, sorry, they say, we know about it and we're working on it.
Ah.
All right.
Well, they're pretty good too. When you're done and it's all fixed, they will compensate you.
Yeah. 24 to 72 hours for a return phone call from them, though, right? That's what they tell you.
Wow. Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
They must be having lots of trouble.
Well, it took like 70. Well, yeah, it was like 75 hours. But anyways, that was neither here nor, well, no, it was a point.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, just to return a phone call, 3 days.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Well, they don't have enough staff, I guess, or I don't know. It's just crazy.
It is. It is. It's really it's nuts. I can't believe it. But what can you do?
Cheers, Melanie.
Woo! Cheers, Mel. Tra la 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 la. Tra la la for Mel now. Hi,
Yeah.
Joe. I know you'll be
Woohoo!
watching too, Joe.
He's in the background, is
Probably
he?
Monday morning. Joe, I think you. So Joe came over again last weekend.
Oh, did he? Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He we shot the shit again.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming over again this weekend.
Hey, George
Or
just
this
said, "Hey
weekend.
guys, I didn't think we were doing it." I just saw a message from George pop up.
Oh, what?
So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So look out for him. He'll be out there somewhere.
Yeah, no, when he plugs in, it comes in as guest.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, George, do we need to send it to you like a different way or something? Just let us know. I don't know if you got the invite. Ringo sent it out earlier. It's still that same link.
Yeah, he must have got it. It was on our page.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, Joe's at work. All right. Well, we say hi back to Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe says he tries to listen, or if he can, he listens the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dedicated fan right there, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So,
so
did you do anything exciting on the weekend or no?
this weekend, I did. I went to the haunted attraction in Cannington.
Oh yeah, right
And
on.
that was very well put on. It's some people are it's a long line. It's a long wait, right?
Yeah.
They had a lot of people there this year, which is really good for them. I am yeah, that was awesome. I was
Uh-huh.
glad to hear the numbers.
Yeah.
They were happy. Went a little longer than they thought. We did the after party,
Okay.
and it, um yeah, it was fun. It was
That's
a good
good,
time.
man. So
Yeah,
that was
man.
on Saturday?
Yeah, yeah.
So what do they have there? Like I've never had a chance to go. I wanted to go this year, but I had company and I just couldn't go and it sucked.
So
So,
it's a scare. Like it's meant to scare you, right?
yeah. Like
There's
does it?
three different sections. So like you start in one section, and then you can veer off right or left. But there's like people there, and they're like, "Hey, can I see your wristband?" Yes. Are you still going that way? Yes. Well, actually, first they do it proper. They ask you where you're going first. Would you like to go this way, or are you going this way? Right?
Yeah.
And and then you say, "Oh, I'm going this way," and they're like, "Let me see your wristband." They check
Okay.
to spot check, and I'm like, "Oh, good for them." But they do it very, very well. Like, and then to this, I don't want to give anything away, but there's there's a couple times that I got scared, and I love that stuff, right? And
Really?
I have. Oh man, yeah. I I try to let myself get scared, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I find sometimes we become too desensitized. So sometimes if you get scared, it's not it's not so bad because You actually enjoy it a little bit more. You get the little thrill.
Yeah.
So I at first I went with Red, right? We walked through together, and
Yep.
he was like he's the one who's like, yeah, man, just gotta chill out and enjoy it. I'm like, yes, I know. I got to stop looking for it. So
Yeah.
it became more fun. You feel like a kid again, right? Because
Yeah.
you try, you want to get scared. You're like, I know something's gonna be in here. Oh, there isn't, and then a second later, it gets you, right? Even though you know
So
it's not gonna happen right.
is it like outside or is it in a
Yeah,
building? Like,
yeah, no, it's outside. One attraction is or two attractions go through the forest,
yeah.
right? You walk through, and
So
one
it's
goes
like
one way.
trails where you walk through and there's stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just walk trails, right?
Yeah.
And I imagine those trails are there all year long.
Okay.
Um, they're a little overgrown. Maybe they, clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, they put up stuff. They put up lights. They put up scare things.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm burping. Yeah, it's wicked. I don't want to give it away, but it's done
Why
very
is
well.
it still on?
It is. It's on for another weekend. It's on till
Oh,
next weekend. And
so it goes
volunteers,
like every night?
anybody wants to volunteer there, which
Yeah.
I honestly I want to do it because it's awesome. I love scaring people, right? I've
Right.
done it ever
Right.
since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I think, to scare people as an adult, even just being there, because we went in costume, right?
Yep.
So just being there, I had my hood up and my face on, right? So, or my
Right.
mask on.
Yeah.
So it 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 scared some people, right? And I just would just walk, and I'm playing my character, but I'm at a Halloween event, so it was
Right.
cool.
Right.
Red, like
Ah.
so Red was like doing a lot of sword swallowing, right? So like the actors, anytime that they got us, right, and it
Yeah.
wasn't just a prop, like the actors got us and stuff. There's lots of actors, right?
Yep.
Anytime the actors got us or they did really, really well, we're like, okay, how long do you have to reset? And they're like, we got like 45 seconds. The kid's like, okay, watch this. And he would like swallow his sword.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you walk through the forest, though, do you find it crowded? Like, is there a lot of people walking through together, or do
No,
they?
so they have there's limited number, right? Because it is timed. So you
Okay.
can only you have to give space because the actors and the things that happen,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
The Yeah, they take time to reset.
Gotcha.
So you can go every 35, 40 seconds, every minute, whatever it is, right? Depending on which one
Yep.
you go through. Like the one was a minute and a half reset. And they would
Okay.
let like up to 5 people or 6 people go through. And they
Yep.
like we went through as the band. That was the last one we went in, and they're like, "Do you want to go this many?" And we're like, "Yeah, just because we want to go through, and we've got to be inside in an hour or half an hour."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was
Oh,
fun.
that sounds good because I always hate it when you have just a whole bunch of people walking through because then stuff happens and you see it and you hear it. There's people
Yeah.
in the way, and it just kind of is like right.
Well, you
It's
you may
cheesy.
hear it, but you
Yeah.
don't know where it's coming from because there's other attractions and stuff too, right? Like you'll hear a yell, and that could be the next
Yeah.
attraction over. So you don't even know
Okay.
because you're it's okay. So I went with a city guy, and
Yep.
he's not used to bushwalking, right? Like at
Right.
night, the
Yeah.
old woohoo, we're going to a party in the forest, woohoo, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not used to that. So he's like, how the hell do you know where to walk? And I'm like, because you just follow the darkest spot, right?
Just follow the path.
Okay, but they have like a lights, right? And it'll be like
Yep.
one every 20 feet, but it's very dim. So you
Yep.
keep one on the right, one on the left. As long as you have one on the right, one on the left, you're good.
Yeah.
And then and some spots you come and you like walk into like other things. And you're like, oh
Okay.
shit, I gotta turn.
Right on.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
people can
very
still go to this till next weekend.
Yeah, yeah, that's Cannington Haunted Attraction.
All
So
right.
Cannington's weird. It's kind of cool but weird layout, eh? They got everything like all together, like the sports and like the arena, the Lions Club or the Legion, sorry,
Yep.
um, the baseball diamond, the curling, all
Yeah.
right in one spot.
Yep.
Perfect. Why would you have it any other way? You know what I mean?
Well, then everyone knows where to go, right?
Exactly.
Anything is there. So is that
Yeah.
where this is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's right there. You just walk out, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's a walking path.
So you
There's
head
like,
you head to where the arena is, right?
yeah, to the arena off. If you're looking at the arena from the like to the front door, left,
Yep.
and there's a train there. They got a old caboose there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, cool. I'll see. Maybe I can still make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like fun. There's probably a lot of kids there though, eh?
Not kids. No, no. They're teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kids will get scared. I mean, kids are gonna get scared. I'm not
Right
saying
on.
stay away from kids, but your
Yeah.
kid is gonna get scared, and they're gonna remember that if they go.
Yeah. They'll be
They had
screaming.
one that was like spooky, um, whatever fairy tales, spooky fairy tale forest or something. It was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's really good.
Well, good. Glad you guys had fun. So after it was done, you
Yep.
guys got to play somewhere, right?
Yeah, we played at the Legion. We did an after party.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah,
That's cool.
did 2 sets there. Red came with us and he did some
Yep.
work, and then
Excellent.
I'm well. There's 4 people on here, so I think I know 3 of them, anyways. I'm gonna Red came up and we did some stuff at my place. So
Yeah.
we messed around a little bit, and there was swords and mini bikes and
Uh-oh.
just yeah. He's gonna release a video, I think Thursday about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's okay. So I'll I used to do stunts. Like not okay. I went to stunt school. I
Right.
learned
Okay.
how to do stunts as a young man, late teens, early 20s, and I found out that there's lots of things you can do. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And there's lots of things that are fun and dangerous, but they're calculated risks. So like I've broken a lot
True.
of bones, but I've also done a lot more things than most people,
Right.
because I'll be like, I'll try that, right? Where a lot of people like, I
Yep.
wouldn't even look at it, because
Oh, yeah.
the thrill that you get when you succeed far
Yeah.
outweighs the 2 months or 3 months you're on a couch because you've snapped something you shouldn't have, or really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I did it a lot too when I was younger. Like I wanted to try everything, right?
Yeah,
I'm still kind of like that now, but not too crazy. I won't do nothing too nuts.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
I
Oh, the
think
people.
my last one, I fell 12 feet off a quarter pipe straight down, pretty much on my face and
Ah,
shoulder. And
wow.
that's when I was like, okay, I think I'm getting a little bit old for this. And
Uh huh.
because I was wearing, like, I was fully protected, right? Like I wear wrist guards, I wear pads, I wear helmets and stuff.
Right.
I I I hurt myself good, right? And if I like my wrist guards, if anybody who's rode, if you've seen, they're aluminum, right? And they come
Okay.
down here and block, and then they wrap around, and then it all protects your thumb and your wrist and everything, right?
Okay.
So when you fall, you land there like that. But
Yeah.
it bent these. So if it bent them, it
Yeah.
definitely would have snapped my arm if I would have landed on my arms.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you would have
Yeah.
done some damage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm Yeah, that put me out of commission for a while too.
Yeah,
Like just being sore for 3 or 4 weeks.
that'll do it.
Yep. I went and
Yeah, I
got
know.
checked out. I thought I broke something for sure.
But you're lucky. Nothing. Just got banged around a little bit.
I got banged up. Yeah, again. I made it
Good
lucky.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you feeling because ever since your accident?
Well, I'm doing really well. I just went for like another. I do checkups every 12 weeks where they check my progress, make sure things are going, and I'm doing really well. Like I
Yep.
want to get this done now. Um, I talked to the doctor and said, "Look, let's just do one more round and call it quits because I can't keep doing this all the time. You know what I mean? Doing physio and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll get you to a point, and then you kind of
Well,
plateau, right?
you also get to a point too doing well. I'm gonna see if this is the same as you because I know it is for me.
Yeah,
When you do physio, you get to a point where you're like, that's as good as it felt before.
yep,
I'm good with that.
yep,
And whenever it starts feeling sore, I'll start working out again.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know if you're like that, but that's how I am with physio.
yeah.
I find things to
Well,
do this for your arm, do that, you know what I mean? And away you go.
the only thing is there, you have people watching your technique, and if you're slouching a bit or not doing it right, they can correct you. Where when
Yeah.
you're on your own, you're not going to do that. It might not be as good, but again, you got to kind of try and figure shit out on your own. I've got things that I bought so I can do things here at home. The
Yeah.
only thing is now, if I'm at the end, I want to spend time with them and ask them, like, okay, so if this hurts, you know, what's the best way to do that? I know I do all these different stretches and exercises when I'm there,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to have that anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, cheers, Keisha.
Cheers, Keisha.
Yeah,
Kind of already cheers her when she first came on when it said cheers.
yeah, I saw that.
I'm on the
But
ball.
yeah, all's good.
Uh,
And like I said, yesterday I was out in the driveway. I changed 2 vehicle snow tires and I shoveled 3 yards of compost. So, end of the day, I was freaking done.
yeah.
And I'm still kind of hurting today from yesterday,
Ugh.
right?
Was that
So,
Keisha by chance?
I have my brownies and I have my cream, and I have my
Yep.
drinks. You just got to get through it.
Yep. Yep. Do what you have to do.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask you, what is TPTD?
Well, uh, D is would be one of the names that some people call me, and
Okay.
TPT stands for Trailer Park Trash because
There you go.
I'm in my trailer.
Trailer Park Trash D. Love it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Olaf. Yeah. Well, we got some fans out.
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
amazed.
that's what that stands for.
Yeah. Right on. So, did
We
George show up at all? Is he in the green room or
I
anything? Can
don't
you
know.
tell?
I no. I don't know if he needs an invite or something. Um, hey George, if you do, send me a message.
Yeah, because the invites came out like normal, so he should have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Post. Mm-hmm.
Host, is that what
Oh
you
yeah,
said?
because you're yeah, which is cheers. Post.
Host.
Yeah, Prost. Post.
Oh, post.
With an R in it.
Prost.
Post.
Prost. Prost.
Pretty good.
Prost. All right. Prost. I'll be saying it like a pro in a week. Prost.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit more hammered.
Prost.
That was close. I always tell people if you're trying to say German words, you want to learn something. They always
Yep.
try and say it doesn't sound right. I said, say it like you're angry.
Oh shit.
And then it sounds better.
I didn't even see where where it was wrote there, Keisha. Holy shit!
That must have been a good one, bud.
Oh, well, dude, I did 3.
Yeah,
That
I
was
saw.
3 more.
I was there with you.
Yeah, it wakes you up a little.
Yeah.
Makes your eyes go shut a little bit.
Yeah, George should try and get a hold of us. I see there's a message on our chat.
Is there?
There's
Okay,
one,
well,
so it might be George, because if I click on it to go look at it, I'll get it disappear.
Okay, well, let me do it. I'll do it
All right.
because I think I can do it like this,
Yeah.
and I go like this, and am I still there?
Yeah, I can hear you, but no face. You're black.
Okay, no, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you're still talking.
Yeah, okay.
Look at that, folks. We got the best of all worlds here. We got new technology, old technology. Most of the people are missing. We're
yeah,
still trying to keep her going.
I gotta.
Whoa.
I'm going. Oh, here, I gotta hit this, hit
Yeah.
that. Okay, George, if you're listening, I'm going to send a thing in, and you should just click on it through our Facebook link or our Facebook chat.
Yeah, just on our chat
If
screen.
if anything, it should take you straight to it. If it doesn't, take that and post it into your searcher, your web searcher, whatever.
Yeah.
Your Google shit. All right.
Google shit.
And paste. Send. There we go. It's sent, George. Click on that, buddy.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at that. I feel like a tech genius. I just did all that on my phone. It was so awesome.
Well, there's a lot of weird shit going on out there. You remember we talked a little bit about Elon Musk's robot that's for sale now. If you want to buy a robot for 20 grand, you can get one. Did you see that?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
No. Did you see the one that I put up the picture of that works at the convention center?
No.
Yeah, it's the robot. They're their servers.
Oh,
On
really?
their chest has a pad. You punch in what you want,
Yeah.
and they thank you, and
Yeah.
they scoot along and come back with your drink, and they take away your empties, and
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. It's funny because we said this a while back. Keep an eye on AI, because AI, everyone's gotten quiet about it. No one talks about it. It's not on the news, but right now it's rampant. It's just going crazy. So he launched his robot about a month ago now, and it's there's 2 versions, like a torso version, and then there's a full 2-legged walking machine that you can
with
buy and
Elon.
have it. Yeah, you can have this in your house.
No, but with Elon, I'm hoping like he grew up watching the Jetsons, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping he's fucking. Yeah, I'm still hoping he's bringing some of this stuff to life now. Like the flying car that was really more like a big drone.
Yep.
They've scrapped that now, right?
Yep.
The company that was making that, it's done.
It's too hard, right?
Well, safety. Like you have 4 blades above you.
Yep.
How do you eject? How do you put up a parachute? Maybe they've got that figured out, but
I don't know.
nope.
I don't know.
That's way too much mechanical, right? We're way past that. We know that just having freaking rotors is great for a kid to build something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work well. They don't have long haul helicopters. Well, they do, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
they have helicopters that stay up for a month and refuel.
Well, and see, that's the thing too, right? When you have cars, there's tons and tons of accidents because, here I go again, but most people are stupid and shouldn't have a freaking car. right? Because to get your license today, any moron can get a license, and you don't even have to speak English or be able to read signs because you can get an instructor from your own language, from your own culture, to take you around. It's total bullshit. But we have all these
Well,
problems now with cars on roads. Now you imagine people could start buying little ultralight freaking drones that they can scoot around and go to work in. It's going to be
yeah,
absolute
yeah,
chaos. All the people crashing and shit. The drones will be falling
yep.
out of the sky, right?
Well, okay, so in Sanford, there was a private airstrip there
Yep,
on the fourth concession,
yep,
and a pilot took off. And it's you got to call in, like you know what I mean. You still got to
yeah,
call in. Hey, I'm taking off,
yep,
and whoever else has to say I'm taking off. But
yeah,
that's the only regulations you have, right? Except for you can't go above this height. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Besides that, you can go anywhere you want. So
yeah.
a helicopter and a plane collided because the
Really?
helicopter was coming and the plane took off and went up into it. So
Wow.
we went like that into it.
Yeah.
Everybody survived. It
Oh,
was
wow.
crazy. Yeah. You probably heard about it. It would have been 15 years ago, maybe 20 now.
Okay.
You know how it is, 20, 25.
Wow. Well,
But
and,
yeah,
and
that's what,
exactly, they have to keep track of all that, right? They're incoming, outgoing. They got to make sure the airspace is clear. But once you're off the airport grounds and you're up there,
yeah,
it's a free for all, right? There's no roads, there's no nothing, right?
yeah. You go how you feel you can go.
Yeah.
You navigate, you go.
So I think that's why it's going to be a big issue or a long time before you see those for the public, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You'll have
definitely. I think it would have to be, again, that would have to be a lot of structure placed on it, right? There's a whole lot of infrastructure that would have to change. There'd be
yeah,
just it would be it would be crazy. Everything from landing pads or
mhm.
take off, like just landing strips. Now you have like you're gonna have to have acres of land because they're twice as wide and twice as long as a truck.
Yep.
And where are you gonna take off? Not everything just takes off all at once. You got to go forward a bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze it too.
Whoa. Yeah. So what they're going to do?
Yeah.
Have everybody get a pilot's license to fly to fly their toy? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and keep it up too, right? You would
Yep.
have to prove that you're got enough cognizant sense, whatever. You're smart enough to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because when you get a certain age, like I don't dirt bike like I used to dirt bike,
No,
right?
you start going. You know what? I don't want to bust my body up anymore. I've done enough. So you
Yeah,
kind of just
yeah,
you kind of take it back a notch, right?
yeah. But if you want to see me almost bust up my body, they said Red came over this weekend. We made videos, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So are we
Yeah,
going to be able to see these videos?
yeah. Thursday, I think
Okay.
he's releasing them Thursday.
Oh, he's posting them on his site.
Yeah, he's posted. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's this is something he's wanted to do for a long time. Like, and he's like, you country guys, like, I know you guys like have toys and you like to do stupid stuff. I'm like, oh
Right.
yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
yeah.
So what's his site? So our
Daddy
fans
Red,
could Big Daddy Red?
yeah, Daddy Red or Red Low.
Okay.
It's me.
So look him up, folks. He's been on the show a
Yeah,
couple of times. He's a sword swallower and stapler and like he does all kinds of crazy shit.
sideshow.
Sideshow, yes.
Yeah.
And he's touring with you guys now too, right?
We bring him out to different events and stuff.
Yep.
It's great. We get along, right?
Yeah.
He's a buddy of ours, so
Yeah.
we do what we do.
Nice.
Uh, you never know who's gonna. That's with us too. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know who's gonna be there.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, it's funny we hit that topic, electric cars and self-driving cars. There's
Yep.
there's a lot of pushback from people about all these new electric cars coming out, eh?
Yep.
You ever follow some of that stuff?
Well, I did. Okay, so I've already done my own little investigation on this self-driving Tesla.
Yeah.
Um, you know where I live, right?
Yeah.
So if you just go south of me, there's an S bend, and
Yes.
it's very like one, and then drive for a bit, and you turn the other way, right?
Right.
So 3 times last year, and they were, I'm going to say fall. Um, I saw vehicles go straight through that S bend.
Really?
Yeah. Well, actually, sorry, there was four, but one was the other way.
So why?
They were
People
all
can't see the
Teslas.
road? Like
They
what
were
the
all
hell?
Teslas. So what it is if you watch on that S bend, there's a road on it.
Yeah.
So it comes and the line just turns a little bit and then it stops. The lines are gone because of
Right.
the road, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the one line. So they
Uh,
go straight because they think it's like a merge, right? It's like the road merges because
yeah.
it's open now on the left side, and you still have your white line on the shoulder or your yellow line on the shoulder,
Yeah.
and the cars go straight. So if there's a little gap, which it's a size of an intersection, so
Yeah.
16 feet minimum,
Right.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Probably bigger. um, that gap there, it just thought it could turn or went straight, so it went straight right into the ditch.
Wow.
And instead, it was three. If it was one, ha ha ha, what a funny joke. Two,
Yeah.
oh wow, what a coincidence. Three, no. I don't
Yeah,
need
but
to
see,
watch it again this year.
yeah, and that's the thing. People should realize that that's happening, and the city should fix the lines on the road so the cars can make the damn corner, right?
Well, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to if that's the plan to have this technology to have self-driving vehicles, right? They're obviously gonna have to have solid guidelines. You
Yeah.
you you can't have a gap like that.
No.
Um, but then again, if you want to sabotage or anything, what do? You get rid of some of the lines. It's not that hard, right?
Yeah. And I know they've used that with a lot of the cars now that steer to stay in the lines. They're just going by the lines on the road. And
Yep.
again, you drive some places and you can barely freaking see them. So is the car going to work there or not?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
sometimes they don't work, right? Like
Yeah.
I know I've done it. I've been driving, and some of our roads don't even have lines around here on the side, right? They just have the center
No.
line.
Yeah.
It's the caution line, right? It's not
Yeah.
single white line.
Hmm.
You'll still go in the
Yeah.
ditch with that.
That means stay on your side. That's all it means.
Exactly. Stay
Yeah.
stay on your side when I'm coming by you.
Yeah.
Just for people who don't know, a solid single line means proceed with caution when passing.
Yeah.
So it's a double solid that you're not allowed to pass people. A lot of
Right.
people don't understand that. Hope a million people hear it.
A lot of people don't know what half the lines mean on the road.
Yeah.
I like when you go along, then you have the drunk guy put the lines on the road. Do you ever see that? They're like hoo, 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 all
Yep.
over the place.
Or
So
the guy
when
is
that happens, what does that kind of car do? It starts going crazy to try and correct, right?
so funny story.
Yeah,
Again, I've done like almost every type of job. I used to do a lot of seasonal work, right?
yeah,
I painted roads. I've done that.
okay,
it's those guys who do that are literally being dicks. There is no other reason, right? If
Yep.
you're or something's broken and they don't know what they're doing,
Right.
but there is no reason for it to go. Like unless you jerk the wheel, it
Yeah.
goes and fine.
Yeah. Don't they have an arm that goes way out with a little wheel on it? You just kind of keep it on the marks and it follows, right?
Yeah, well, they have a laser that's off the front,
Yeah.
and you put the lasers in front of that,
Yeah.
and like about 5 feet, and well, maybe probably 2 meters actually.
Yeah.
Um, so you just put the laser on the paint marks or whatever they measure. Like, well, it's paint marks that they use. They
Yeah.
just go. It's all done by hand, right? And then you
Yeah.
just go by, and you blast it, and it's actually a
Well, sound effects and everything.
yeah. Well, so the first is paint, and then it sprinkles glass on top, broken glass, and that's
No.
how you get your reflector.
Is that how you get the sparkles?
Yeah,
No way. I thought the
one hundred
stuff
percent,
was.
one
I
hundred
thought it was
percent.
all in the paint.
No, it's literally it's two. That way it doesn't clog, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. And if anything happens to either one, you can adapt, right? Well, if the
Oh,
paint goes
okay.
through anyways, but if like you can throw it by hand. So if something happens to the glass,
Yeah.
whatever, you hit something and it breaks it. You can throw glass on it by hand, and I've had to
Crazy.
do that lots. And it's literally like it's so fine. It's like almost sand. It's almost like silica sand,
Okay.
right? Real fine.
Well, it would have to be super small, right?
Yeah, but man, it works great. You see the
Yeah.
reflection.
I never even did that.
Pottery with.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I got some stats here. They're
I'm gonna
not.
listen and I'm gonna go see if George has messaged me in the
Yeah.
hike thing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see another number, so I don't think he messaged you back. But
I'm gonna try and send this to him. Maybe, um, maybe I can send it in an email because that's how he usually gets his stuff or likes it in an email. So
well, Ringo sent the email out earlier today. That's how I got the link.
okay, I'll just
So
send it.
the email did go out. I don't know if he got it, but whatever. Ah, so folks, what's new? It's just me and
Oh
you.
no, I'm still here. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like a Casper the Friendly Ghost right now.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah. Return to sender. Address unknown. All right, I just sent it.
Well, hopefully he picks it up. I don't know what he's doing because he did send a message a while ago.
Well, I want to see his backside. Like,
I know, eh? Like he's supposed to be here. What the hell?
nice guy. Can't show me his backside, nothing.
But like I was saying with the electric cars,
Yeah.
this isn't from Canada. This is from the U.S. But they're putting up charging stations everywhere, right?
Yep.
So, funny enough, they're putting in diesel engines to run generators to charge cars. They showed pictures of all these different units that are out there, and that's a fast charging station. So it's they said here the electric charging stations, they're like a 350 kilowatt generator that uses
Yep.
12 gallons of gas per hour, and it takes 3
Yep.
hours to charge a car to go 200 miles, which is 300 kilometers. So that uses 36 gallons of diesel to charge a car. So you've got a charge now, but now you're running 5.6 miles per gallon. for the diesel you just freaking used.
But
You
but
know?
then, like, what about the quick chargers?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
that's what they are. It's a 3 hour charge. I don't know what's quicker if they have other stuff out there.
No, the 3 hour charge is that's like no, there's a quick charge that's like 40 minutes at the most or something.
Oh
Right?
wow.
So
Yeah.
your trip now. Now, if you have, say, like a fleet of cars, right? Say you
Yeah.
have a business that has a fleet of cars. So now the money that you're making, you have to make more money because now you have to pay extra time in travel for
Yeah.
your rep, your whoever's driving your vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To charge the
So
cars.
yeah, that's like that's crazy just to charge the cars.
Yeah.
So now it's like, Mr. Hey, I want $100,000 a year to do this. Wants now $120,000 a year because
Yeah.
it's going to take me extra time per year to do this.
Hmm. Yeah. See, this is just my opinion. I think it's all a bunch of fucking hooey because the technology we have today, there's no way an electric car like that we should have to plug it in and charge it, right? It should be charging
You're right,
itself while it's driving.
100%.
And there's
Elon was
there's a
talking about that too.
yeah, it's a bunch of crap. Like, come on, it's just making business for that industry, the electric car industry,
Yep.
all the charging stations. Like it's ridiculous.
The
You should
problem
have
is
your car
if
sits
you
out there in the sun. The rooftop panels should be solar charging to trickle charge the batteries. And
yep
when that car is driving, why can't they just hook a generator up to an axle or four little ones to each individual wheel to make
yep
some power to charge the batteries?
exactly.
I
Well,
think there's
okay,
no way your battery should ever go dead.
okay, so the the way with the wheels, right? I can see
Yeah,
where that is a little bit cumbersome because you're going to have to make a whole generator for each wheel, right?
sure.
If you hook something up to the brakes, now that's friction, right? That's like a big
Yeah,
chunk of friction.
yeah.
You can get you already have power. It makes power, right? So
Well,
you can
I
take it
think
from
they even
friction,
have that kind of stuff out there.
but the amount you could get from friction just from driving from hitting your brakes, you're gonna make up. So you don't need. Yeah, again, you don't need it. You don't need as much. You don't need big things on your tires anymore. Generators on your tires. You just need
Yeah, so if
small.
you drive in the city, you're going to use your brakes a lot, but you're
Right.
also going to use power because you're always accelerating. If you're on
Yep.
the highway, you never use your brakes, so that's not going to work,
I
right?
I think I think they have it right now for the technology that we have. I think they have it with the Volt and stuff where it's a generator in the car,
Yep.
right? So you plug your battery in and it goes 300 400 kilometers on the battery, and then the generator kicks on, the gas generator kicks on for when you have to go farther, right?
Hmm.
And you could literally plug it in, like go into a garage and plug, and away you go.
Yep.
It's
So
right now, as I said, for the technology that we have, that's the easiest, simplest method to do it. So it's a hybrid. It's not a true electric. It's a generator. It has it because it has a generator, but it's still run all electric.
yeah,
The generator just charges the electric.
yes, but then you have to find the generator. Where? How does it create its power? Is it just kinetic? Is it attached to, let's say,
So
one of the wheels that's spinning? So it turns the generator. It makes power, right?
well,
You could
like
also have wind powered generators. You can have
yep,
so much stuff. And this
yep,
is why I'm just floored as to why these cards needs to be freaking plugged in, right?
yep.
There's no excuse. It's probably going to come in the future, but meanwhile, industry is going to make tons of money off people that drive electric cars
Right,
because
because that's how our world has been made now.
yeah, that's how it all works,
Right.
right?
Yep. Well, it's capitalism,
Let's
right? We're
let's
living
suck
in capitalism.
everybody dry. Yeah,
This is This is it.
If there's an opportunity for money to be made, they're on it, right?
Yep.
So, no matter if we're going backwards or not.
Go back to the bar system.
Yeah. It's funny too. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing. I just saw a bit of it, but I saw an article, and I wanted to get through it so I could talk about it on the show. But it's all about there's a company in Israel that is now um, digitally, like what do you call that? 3D printing. They're digitally
Yeah, yeah.
3D. They're 3D printing meat substitutes. So steaks, burgers, all
Yeah.
that shit.
So
Yeah.
you know
So
how
you
3D
watch
printing works,
watch the
right?
printer, and all this goo comes out,
Yep.
and they
It's
make this
edible
long,
material.
long tube, and it cuts it into steaks. And you have different colors in there,
Yeah.
so they mimic the fat veining and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy.
Remember the old movie with Charlton Heston, Soylent Green?
No.
You ever hear of that
I
one?
don't. No.
It's a way back. It's an old movie, but it was fiction at the time,
Yeah.
and people would disappear all the time, like just whoop, gone. We couldn't find the bodies or nothing,
Right.
and you couldn't go out on the streets at night because it's like made like a horror movie, like people getting killed and disappear all the time, right?
Yeah.
But what they were doing is they were driving around with garbage trucks. And you know how they have the big forks that pick stuff up and
Yep.
throw it in the truck? Well,
Yeah.
they had scoops. So they would drive along at night, and if they saw people on the side of the road, they'd scoop them up and they'd throw them in the garbage trucks,
Yeah.
and it would all go to a plant, right? And the movie was called Soylent Green because they had a fake food product that was manufactured, and that was people's food. You never went to the grocery store. It was these little green bricks.
You want to know
So
something?
so
There, I
that's why
saw a
they
movie
scooped
that was
up
based
people,
on
man.
that. I I saw a movie and people didn't. I saw a movie that was something like that, but people they were getting made into food,
Yep.
and then people started. They didn't. They started going strange and craving it. Like they've never had because they were had other food, normal food, and
Oh yeah.
then like tried this and they started craving it and it went on and on and on and then all of a sudden like everybody's fucking craving this and it ends up being human.
Yep.
It was
Just
probably
like
based off
Timmy's.
of that.
Yeah. So it's funny. You see all this shit going on in the world, and you go back to all the old sci-fi movies and Star Trek and all that kind of shit. It was thought of many years ago. They just go, "Oh, we got to do that. We got to make that."
Recycle. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they have a new Lost in Space out, eh?
Oh, really?
And yeah. It's it's not like the old Lost in Space. It's actually I think it's done very well. And it's changed enough, but kept the same name, so it's familiar. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know, different names, but the same for different things. It's just, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
So it's just like the last couple of years this came out.
Yeah, a couple of years ago it was now, but yeah, it's
I
pretty
I
good.
think I have it. I just haven't watched it yet.
Check it out. It's pretty good,
Yeah.
and it's a few seasons, so it takes a while to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, most
I
shows these days, a season takes 2 nights to watch because there's only 8 freaking episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so Kathy must have missed when I said what my name was before, so she wants me to say it again.
go for it.
Kathy, if you were on earlier, you would have heard it because I already said it. So, that being said, Hike,
Yeah.
what was the first album you bought? I'm asking George's questions now.
Oh, it was Neil Diamond, Hot August Night.
Hot August Night.
Yep. It was a double album set. It was a live concert that he did. 2 LPs.
Oh, I'm just sending something here. Sorry. Oh,
Uh-huh.
damn. Got a copy again.
Well, that's
So
funny. No George, no Ringo. Like, what the hell's wrong with those boys?
I know, eh? This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm gonna send this here. So tonight in
Yeah.
Brock was our election. Did you vote?
Yep,
Did you?
I did.
Awesome. And
Oh my God, I just saw a mosquito fly by.
I know I saw a couple too.
What the hell?
um, what ward are you in? I'm in Ward 4.
Yeah, I'm 4 or 5.
Okay, Kathy. So okay, you're still there. So what it stands for is D is like because some people call me D for I guess they forgot how to spell my name and
Yeah,
they
instead of Derek, it's just D.
yeah it's just D. They left out like the R and the K. So my friends are like not that smart sometimes. And the TPT stands for Trailer Park Trash because I'm in my trailer.
See, that's funny. When I was at the trailer, people used to call me H because they didn't know how to say my name properly, so they called me H. Hey, H!
Yeah.
Also, speaking of cool things,
Yes.
I hope Keisha's still watching. I have my Yeti here, my special one that seals, and I actually have a can of beer that fit inside of it. Look at that. And
Whoa.
this can of beer was just given to me on the weekend. Check this freaking can of beer. Let me do that like this. Here. It's Barnstormer Brewing
Barnstormer.
Company. Yeah. And look at the
Ooh,
name of the beer. Flocking Folker.
Flocking Falker.
And see the
Nice.
German flag here, and there's a German eagle down there. And a Fokker is an airplane, a German
Uh,
biplane. They used to
yeah,
used to
yeah,
fly
yeah,
in the war.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So so they made an aircraft beer for the Flocking Fokker, dedicated to a German plane. I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to have this beer right now.
All right.
Gonna
Oh,
put a
Kathy.
put a
Kathy asked how hot it is. So it is. Well, what is you want it in Fahrenheit or in Celsius?
tra
It's
la 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 la.
cha
Woohoo!
la 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 la. It's I have it at I have it I think at 25, Kathy.
Oh, damn, that's good.
I don't fucking like it cold in here.
Ooh, 25. Oh, you're talking
Yeah,
25
Celsius.
Fahrenheit Celsius.
Yeah, is that fucking probably 75?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
probably.
around 75.
Yeah, 25 is pretty warm, bud.
No, no, this is good. This is good. I'm very comfortable. Right?
As soon as it gets into the
Got,
70s
got
Fahrenheit,
the
it's like, oh my God, it's getting too hot.
yeah. No, you gotta have the socks off. You gotta be comfortable. If
Yep,
you're in your trailer and you're cold, why the fuck are you in your trailer? You should be in your house.
that's right.
So stay warm in the trailer. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no,
And then
that's nice. I used to like doing that too.
open the
Like I was
windows.
going to be outside tonight for the show, but the wind picked up, so the curtains kept flying away on me. So, and I need the curtains for a background for the lighting.
Yeah,
So I couldn't do it. So I
yeah.
had to come inside.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. Sit
Maybe.
outside for Halloween.
I gotta do my soffits and fascia before Christmas. I just ordered the wood.
Oh,
That's my before the snow flies project.
nice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Halloween,
Yeah.
uh,
Is it
we
next
want to
week?
have people tell their crazy, spooky stories next Halloween,
Yes.
which will
Anybody,
be,
if you have a crazy,
yeah,
spooky story, anyone, we want to hear it. So, if you want to come on next week on Halloween and just for a minute or two, let us know and we'll throw you a link and then we'll listen to your story and we'll kick you off.
yep. We'll throw you up on the screen with us. You can tell your crazy, spooky, scary story, and hopefully we have some participants. That'd be nice. I'm sure everybody's got a story, right?
Yeah,
And
everybody does.
if they don't
Pat,
want to be live on screen with us, they can text it to us, right? And we can read it. But it'd be cool to have
so
you on.
I just want to. Sometimes we have guests come in and
Yes.
sometimes we have random guests come in and surprise guests come in. So tonight we're having a surprise guest come in, and as we were just talking about the election that just happened,
Yeah.
well, our mayoral candidate here,
Is
Ryan
that Ryan?
Williams,
Ah!
just
You caught me like mid
oh
swig there. I wasn't ready.
mid
That was
swig.
that was a
Yeah.
surprise, kind of a surprise. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan,
So
you
hey
know,
Ryan,
you
how are
know
you?
on the ballot there's that little oval that was
Now listen,
beside your
listen to me,
name,
listen to me. Are you telling me
right?
you put the black pen over the oval? Because that could be construed
Yeah.
as marking it improper. It's tough though. Do you know how long
Yeah.
I spent
Yeah.
tracing them out?
You got a color
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
it's like an art project. I haven't done
Yeah.
art projects since I stopped taking art in grade 12, and it's like
Yeah.
make sure you color this black pen in a perfect elliptical pattern to
Yeah.
cover the circle without going outside the lines. Like this is a
Yes.
very high level drawing exercise. You know
And
what?
it has to be a black pen. If you got a blue pen,
And I'm
you're
colorblind.
screwed.
So
You're
we're
screwed.
No
starting at a
pencil.
negative already.
No pencil, no
No.
nothing. It has to be a
Don't
black
put your
pen.
HB number fours away, please. Please don't bring your HB number fours, and I don't want the twos either.
Yeah.
So I bring in my vote. This is one thing I don't understand. So I bring in I went in, right? I don't mail my
Yep.
in.
I was there a little bit today watching people come in because they let me do that, and I hung out at the library and some people
I'm
came in.
glad you weren't there because when I put Jamie Schmale down, I mean I went. Oh wait, I mean,
Ah.
Okay, sorry. Was it not blue enough for you, Derek? It wasn't blue enough.
Uh-huh.
no, Ryan, you have my vote 100%. You
Thanks,
know that.
buddy.
Yeah.
In case,
And like I said, I filled in that little
Wait,
oval beside your name too, Ryan. So
thanks.
So
Thanks.
how
Thank
did
good
you.
luck.
you do?
Good luck.
I finished in third, unfortunately. I got
Yeah.
Did you?
644 votes, so 644 people from Brock Township supported me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I believe Ted's number was probably somewhere in the 1,100 to 1,200 range, and
Wow.
Mr. Schumer finished somewhere above 2,000 votes. So he will be the new mayor of the township, Mr. Walter Schumer.
Mr. Walter Schumer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Walter Schumer is the one I had no idea. I did not know about.
He's from Cannington. He's a longtime Cannington Lion. I probably met him for the first time at a Lions convention that I was attending with Sunderland in Oshawa approximately 8 years ago, I guess now. And he's also an accountant in town. And I think he's, obviously very financially responsible and doesn't, necessarily want to be spending money that he thinks is going towards, maybe projects that he's not in favor of. And I mean, that's part of it, right? Is anyone that's mayor, anyone that's on council, what I consider to be a worthwhile project and what Derek considers to be worthwhile and what Heiko considers and what Mr. Schumer considers, those could all be different things that we would each, look at it and say, this is something I support. This is something I want to do. And someone else could say, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. I'd rather look at doing it a different way. And that's politics, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It is.
Damn.
And politics sucks. But Ryan, so I'm actually surprised. I honestly thought you would have. I thought you had a really good chance.
Me too. And you
but
know what? I mean, I don't really look at it as a negative. It's the first time I've ever got involved in politics. Obviously, I'm 38 years old. I haven't run for council before. It is kind of, trying to maybe bite off more than I could chew. Some people have kind of said that to me in nice ways or maybe not so nice ways. That's been part of the conversation. But at the same time,
Yep.
at the time I got involved, there was only one person running for mayor at that point, and I just felt like it's a democracy, and if you don't put your hat in the ring, if you don't give
Yeah.
people a chance to support you, then I wouldn't have got those votes. And obviously, there's a percentage of the population that really believes in what I could do, and I think in 4 years' time, I hope to be back in it, and we'll see where things are at that point.
Yeah.
you want to know something? Okay, so I'm gonna say you had, from what I saw, you had a little bit different of a campaign than most people. Like going out with the bullhorn, fucking awesome.
There was a lot of bullhorning. There was. I mean, there was some impromptu bullhorning going on all throughout the township. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's not necessarily a noise violation, but if anyone has noise complaints regarding the bullhorn, I'd be happy to hear them now or in the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, can I tell an aside to that, actually? So the reason I got it is I'm a lead singer in a band. And so at the point in time they suggested it, we only had one song that really needs the bullhorn. And then at a certain point in time, we get two songs. And now, as the lead singer that never has to buy anything, really, in terms of gear, as soon as we get to two songs that need a bullhorn, it's kind of like, okay, I got to go buy this bullhorn. And when I bought it from Long and McQuaid in Markham, the sales rep was so happy to sell it to me. He was overjoyed. Like, I made his day at Long and McQuaid. He's like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't. Like, I've never sold one before. And he was just like so into it. And at the end of it, it's like $120. And I go like, you know what, man? I'm going to send you all my bullhorn business. And we shook hands and I walked out of the store. So if you know anyone that's looking for one, I got a guy for you.
Hey, cheers, Ringo. Well, nice to see you, bud.
So what Long
cheers.
Cheers.
Can I do this? I guess I'm not mayor, so I can do this, right?
Yeah, you could. You know what? Yeah. And that's bullshit. Mayor or not mayor, everybody's allowed to have a beer. Like, come on.
You're right. Taking it a little too far here with the political stuff.
Yeah, hey, Ryan. So next term. When is the next term? By the way,
so technically it'd be 4 years unless something happens. But
So
at this point,
the incumbent gets
we have
impeached
another
or
election,
something, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, our last mayor passed away.
Yeah,
this is true. Unfortunately, Debbie Bath Haddon, the former mayor, had cancer, and unfortunately, she did pass away. And I knew her quite well. I grew up in Sunderland. She was always involved in the community. I played hockey with her sons. And you know what? I actually appeared in one of her campaign photos when I was coaching baseball in town. And she came by and she asked if I was willing to be in the picture. And there was obviously a player involved. And I explained that she was running for mayor. And we took the picture with her. And I mean, I think she did a lot of good things for this town.
With that, though, with Debbie, okay, so Sunderland being a small town, you're pretty well known, and I'm going to bet most of your votes came from Sunderland.
I mean, that's
Are you going to reach out? Are you going to reach out more? Are you going to reach out more to the surrounding towns? You think in the next 4 years and try and make a little more of a Ryan presence there?
I think that's the plan. I mean, obviously, I feel like there were people in Cannington that knew me, but obviously, probably Beaverton was the one area where I was more lacking. I mean,
a tipping point.
Maybe like with the expansion, the new houses that have gone in over the number of years, there's a lot of residents there that obviously aren't, people I'm going to know from 15 or 20 years ago living in this township. They're relatively newer, and they're not, like you say, necessarily going to know my name because guess what? They haven't been here that long, and they're just new, and they're trying to figure out, well, who should I be voting for, right?
Beaverton's growing like very quickly.
How many
all the new subdivisions?
Yeah.
How many people voted, Ryan?
Let me get to these numbers right now because I don't want to misstate them, but I have them right here. So total number of votes 4,049, and I think out
Okay.
of that, like the rough number on the ballot list, I think is somewhere in the 6,000s. So let me just quickly. Well, I think we're probably that's actually a pretty good turnout. Yeah, so we're kind of, if my math is right, which it may not be, I think we're sitting somewhere probably in the 60% range in terms of turnout, which I think for a municipal election, that's actually
That's
really,
pretty
really
good.
high. Like that's like I
So
know
you
it seems low, but
captured 13 to 15% of the votes, right?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
When I
Well,
did
And
it
that's from
originally, I
what?
think I was closer to 15, but now that they've retabulated again, it's probably more like 13. You're right.
yeah, I think you got to lobby more and get out there with your band and do the frontman thing at some fairs and stuff like that. In fact, get yourself a flatbed trailer and you can go right through Cannington and all those
But I
nice
mean,
places, right?
am I doing only Bare Naked Ladies songs doing that? Or are we going to?
No, you
Okay.
you should do songs bare naked, and you'll win the female vote and select gentlemen, right? So
I think if I brought you on board as an advisor, I think this campaign could have
I
gone differently.
I'm not gonna
There
lie,
you
I
go.
totally rock that. And of course, when you're bringing your musical float through these towns, I could sub in some parts as Voice of an Angel, but
Yeah.
no,
Guys
you
could
know
do some
what?
duets.
13 to 15% is very respectable, right? I mean,
No, I
you
mean,
captured
given what
more
we're
by
talking about, that I'm not obviously the most well known of the three candidates. Like I'm the least known with the least experience, and this is my first go around. Like what you're saying
Yep.
is accurate. Like it's true, right? Like to get
it's very
How,
true.
15%
did
your
you
first time
campaign
out.
for? 2 months?
I think the signs could have been up for 6 weeks. I filed to run, I think it was like late June, early July, but obviously they
August,
have
September.
restrictions on when you can actually start putting the signs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on your campaign and get you to the top of the rung.
Thank you.
But
Like a
still, Ryan, that's
landslide win,
3
right?
months.
That's what you want. That's what we
3
want.
months, and you got 13%.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
so
right. Like
imagine
that's the thing, right? Like
imagine
if
if
I
you'd
knew,
actually went at it for the 4 years and did it as a part-time job or whatever, right? Like you're campaigning for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
you're right. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is obviously I didn't know I was going to run until I did, and it was fairly like not completely entirely late in the game, but you're right. Like July was obviously what, or June even. So if I filed on June 24th, it was 4 months of campaigning versus the 4 years leading up to that, right? That's what we're talking about.
Right. So doing
So
that.
a third of
That
a year.
said, yeah, 4 months and getting 13 to 15% first time out. That's not too bad, bud.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You kind of
one
got to
thing-
do what the nice hair guy did and kind of landslide the weed vote somehow and have
The nice
you
hair
got
guy.
right. Ryan, I'm not gonna lie, you've got that Seth Rogen look, right? Which
I mean, you know
need
what?
to-
I don't tell people this, but
you need
it's
to
a
play
line.
that shit
No,
up.
I'll let you in on a little secret. James Franco, he's
Reminds
been
me.
trying to keep a low profile, so he had to move to Oakwood.
Oh, okay. Well, James Franco. Yeah, I don't know that he's going to do a lot for your campaign, but there's probably
again,
a lot of opportunities to play up the Seth thing, right?
Yep.
some people call me Sunderland Seth Rogen. I even had to
There you
learn the
go.
laugh to get on the show.
Sunderland Seth. Change your
So-
name. Change your name. Go down to apply for it tomorrow. It'll take about 60 days to do a name change. But yeah,
There you go.
Seth. I love it. I think that's brilliant.
Thank you. The one thing I did want to mention, though, like in terms of getting a higher percentage of votes or maybe getting younger people that don't typically tend to vote interested or willing to participate. When I was over in Georgina, I noticed that they also have the online option for voting, and it's not just mail.
Yep.
And I mean, Derek and I kind of talked about this, earlier about how, he wasn't overly enthused that there's no polls and the only option we have to vote is by mail typically. So I feel like, they could do more to make it easier to give people multiple options as opposed to saying you have to put this ballot in the mail and send it back by the state. And I'm just saying for some people, my age and younger that aren't necessarily checking the mailbox every day. It's
Yeah.
not part of their normal routine, I guess, is what I'm
And
trying to say.
you
Hey,
got to have
Ryan, this is where you have to say
contingency.
patent pending.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark. You got to have some contingency plans in place. Like by now, okay,
Well,
let's
actually,
level
Actually, what his
set.
contingency plan is, he can tell you.
Well, let's do some level setting here. So basically, second place is first place for losers, right? We all know that.
Yes.
So what you got to do is start your campaign now, right? And I would also pull a Trump and ask for a recount.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you're joking. No, listen. You don't even know what you're saying
I'm
right
not
now.
joking.
Not in a way. Not for me. But listen, there
Yep.
was a councillor race for the councillor in Sunderland. Like sorry, it's word. I always get this wrong. I mix up the two wards, and I don't want to do it on your show because then I look bad. It's
Ward
Ward 5.
5.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Ward
everything-
5. The winner, Lynn Campbell, off the votes that are posted right now, 389 votes. Second place, first loser. I shouldn't say that, but Tony Laundrie,
Yep.
376 votes. So Lynn beat Tony by 13 votes. So I'm just saying,
see,
really, that would be the one where
Automatic
we're talking
recount.
13 votes. Well,
Yeah.
if you were in that situation, it's almost like, you know what I mean? That's close enough to me that, well, maybe you would ask for one, right? Just because it's
But
such
I mean, like, who's to say when they were doing the ballot boxes that some person knitting in the background, and I say knitting because not that knitters are useless or anything, but they have people that really don't focus on politics whatsoever, right? And what they'll do is like, they're given like movie tickets to run off with the boxes, right? How do you know that there was a box assigned to you that was jam-packed with thousands of votes and somebody lifted it?
I mean, I don't really. They did let me have scrutineers, though. So one of the guys from my team, Cameron, he went up to the township office this afternoon and watched them actually counting ballots up there and tallying them in the system with Dominion, where it is essentially, the ballot is fed through a machine, and the machine is maintaining the count. But as far as his recollection of these events to me is, because I wasn't personally there, he went in my place. He says, really, there is no live total count on the machine as you feed the ballots into the machine. Meaning that he's saying is, if you are processing those ballots, you are not aware of what the count is at any point during that process. And in order to find out what the count is, the security system is, you actually have to insert a USB key into that unit in order to get the votes off to see.
Really?
That is, again, I sent a scrutineer to Cannington today. It is a Dominion machine that reads those ballots. And this was his description to me of what the process is like. So I don't want to, state it as if I was there watching it, but I did have someone from my team at the municipal office watching the ballots be counted.
Well, I mean, bottom line is anything political we don't trust anymore anyway.
Hey, Ryan, can you do this with your hair too?
I mean,
no,
we can try, but you know what? I've been keeping it short.
He's got the natural.
Now that I'm not running for mayor, I can put it back to I'm in a band level, which is an advantage.
So are you going to do the Movember thing?
You know what? I never grew a mustache in my entire life until I grew this out, like maybe 3 years ago. So now it's like I don't really want to shave it off. Like I just kind of want to leave it the way it is. But I never had a mustache before or a beard, so it's like now that it's grown in, I know people get behind the Movember thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really want to change my facial hair. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not lazy. I like it like this. I don't want to shave it off just so I could grow it back. Like it took me a long time to reach this state. And it's like, I really don't want to set it back to how it was when I was growing it in. Because let me tell you, it wasn't the most visually appealing thing. That's in essence what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Ryan, you need to keep that look for your platform for next time, right? And
Well, you know
I
what?
would
I hear
recommend.
they might be getting some timber sports, some lumberjack games in
No.
broadcasting. No. It
You
can
need
help me
to
out.
base it on outdoors and survival. Do all these little TikTok, little video clips with you outdoors getting
Paintball.
involved.
That's
Right?
what I do for work
And
now.
they're
I
gonna
actually
say,
go
"Hey, you
find
know that,
communications
right?
sites for Rogers in the bush, like up
Yeah,
in
I
Algonquin.
mean,
I was up in Algonquin
right?
on Friday.
All the rage is the burly guy with the beard, right? I
Especially
mean,
if
I
you're
can
in
grow a
Algonquin.
beard and then I look like Santa Claus, so it doesn't work for me anymore. But
You got to get a cool handle, like Flocking Fokker,
Well,
right?
well, he's going to
I gotta
be
say though, okay,
Sunderland
so
Seth.
do you remember there was a
The
movie?
SS is coming, right?
Oh my
a
God, there we go.
There was a movie with Robin Williams where he played like an honest, or was it Jack? I can't remember, but they played an honest politician, right?
Oh
They were
yeah,
a bit quirky and stuff. I think, Ryan, if you did something like that, you'd end up with a lot of younger votes as well.
I mean,
Just
that
like-
is part of it, is building the online audience up, whether it's like a podcast like this or just videos that I kind of pre-record something. You're right. Like, really, if I want to engage with them, you've got to engage with them in a medium that they are
Ryan,
already using.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of it.
you're a performer. Get your own YouTube channel for your platform, and do like reality TV. Take your camera out while you're meeting people, do all that stuff,
Ryan,
and
on the
sort of
street.
take them through the journey. And you're gonna get droves of people. You're gonna get people voting for you halfway across the country or across the world.
I mean, I have that now, but the problem is they can't actually vote. I mean, I do. Like, I have people that were asking
Yeah,
me, like, I had a guy
I know what you're saying.
I know, but he's
They
like,
have to be in the
"Canadian,
area.
can I vote for you?" And I'm
Well,
like,
Everybody-
don't worry
Goldberg
about
vote
that.
for me.
Those are those are things that we can work out on the DL when you get to your next voting. We can figure that out.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, let me just tell you a little story here. So I would go away where I think it was Ottawa.
"Oh,
I
this
go
one, this
away.
is the one." Yeah.
I go away for a soccer tournament, right, with my son. And after the soccer tournament, the parents hang out at night, right, and the kids are running around the hotel. So we're out in the parking lot, and there's this random guy standing by himself. So I'm like, "Hey, guy standing by yourself, why don't you come over here? I see you're drinking beer. You smoke fucking weed." He's like, "I love fucking weed." So he comes over and we start shooting the shit. And he mentions we were talking about just life in general. And he's like, "I'm always on the road. Nothing in my life is consistent. The only thing that has been consistent in my life is Minden, Ontario. I have a cottage up there."
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh, that's funny. Everybody confuses where my cottage is in Midland for Minden." And he goes, "Oh, that's so funny." And then I tell him that I play music, and he goes, "Oh, my neighbors at the cottage, their son plays music. He plays in a band. What's the name of the band again, Ryan?"
Whose Army? It was my brother's.
Whose Army?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I hear it, I'm like, okay, I know that. Whose Army? I'm like, right. So I'm like, really? You know who's like they're your neighbors? Yeah. I said, so like, you know Ryan Williams? And he's like, "Ryan? Yeah, I know Ryan. He's like my fucking brother. Yeah." Woo-hoo. And I'm like, "Well, Ryan's a buddy of mine." He's like, "No way." And I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like I said, Ryan and I we played music together, fucking everything. Like I've known Ryan for quite a few years now." So randomly at a soccer tournament with my son, some guy in a parking lot drinking a beer, and I'm out smoking a doob. Come on over and join us, and he ends up knowing fucking Ryan.
There you go.
Sean Gilpin, that's his name. Sean Gilpin from the cottage. Yeah, actually, I feel inclined to tell this story, maybe even though I shouldn't. But one time, I was up at his cousin's cottage in Muskoka, and we found an excavator in the bush, like 3 cottages.
Really?
In a laneway. Yes, and like we were driving around in the bush. It's like November. We're lost on this trail for like probably at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, and like no one can figure out like how to actually get back to where they are. And then we finally figure it out, and we find this excavator, and someone decides to check and see if the keys are underneath the seat, and they are, and we move a little dirt around. But anyway, the story of that I'm trying to get to is
it started up.
Well, we started it up. Yeah, the keys were just under the seat. So anyway, Sean's cousin, Michael Tattel, became like an oil field worker off the basis of like driving this, like digging up with this excavator for like 10 minutes in Muskoka, and has lived in Calgary and worked the rest of his life in the oil field because of this incident, in my opinion. And that, like, if he never drove that excavator, he probably would not be working out there.
Wow.
That's all it takes, man. One time, like I'm telling you, like I used to, I've operated pretty much everything, like from skid steers to cranes, right? It's awesome, man. It's great as long as you respect it, because man, can you cause a lot of damage real quick.
There's a lot of power there.
Yeah. You want to know the thing that scares me the most out of anything is a freaking excavator, right? When you get
because of the balance, like if you misbalance it, like with the load and stuff on the arm, is that what you're talking about, or no?
No. Well, the excavator is like the one that just digs, right? Where
sorry.
Built up the dump trucks.
Yep.
When those dig, like they pull a lot of weight. If you grab a pipe or a water main or something, like you will rip that out of the ground. They're the ones that scare me, because you screw up with that, you screw up big.
See, you know what? It's true what you say, and that would be if one of us was operating it. But I personally know a guy that runs an excavator, and he can feel when he hits a pipe and he stops.
Exactly.
Like,
but ask him how many times
that's skill.
It is.
Right?
You know your machine. As soon as it touches, it grabs a bit. And it shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
right?
And you feel it, and you stop, so you don't rip the pipe out.
So when you get into big ones, like big ones,
oh yeah,
when it's gonna grab electrical wires, it's gonna grab stuff like that, and you're not gonna feel it all the time. You're gonna feel the pipes, you're gonna feel the hard stuff, right?
Yep.
You're gonna feel a little snag from an electrical cable, but you grab a main, that's gonna fry you. It's gonna suck. I've broken a gas line before. I was actually going into ambulance depot. I'm trying to remember where. It was like out by Port Perry, Blackstock Way or something like that. But it was in like a rural area. Or not a rural, it was just outside of town anyways. And we hit the pipe, and just nothing you can do, right?
Yeah, that would suck.
Don't do anything. Can you shut your door? Nope, can't do that. Like, because we got gas, so we had to wait for the gas guy to come and turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is you go down and you roll it a little bit, and you try and crimp it. Don't make spark.
Hey Ryan, what kind of beer are you drinking?
Oh, it's Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale, because I'm a spilly
Okay.
I'm so glad you asked me, Heiko.
I just needed to know, because there's a lot of green cans floating around. You know, I got my green can too. That's my staple.
I'm over in Ward 4, Ryan. Who won over here?
Kriya Pettengill.
Kriya?
But she was acclaimed.
Okay, because so
no one ran against her. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Slam down.
And, what was
Derek? Derek, next term you got to run against her next time around.
I met Kriya. We have a little thing down at the end of our road here that we're having a little problem with, and I've met Kriya before. I think I could probably, just from talking to her, maybe I should. But
I mean, honestly, and I'll speak freely here. Of everyone on council, I would say that she probably is, in my opinion, the person that's most concerned with our environmental issues. Like, really, that's kind of her forte. So I'm just saying, in terms of gravel pit expansion, you think that's something she would be, not necessarily wanting to have happen based on what I know of her. So there you go.
Yep. That's the way I feel too. So, yeah. It's fucking fucking money. And did you find out? Okay, so if I'm gonna throw this out to you guys. So a
No, I'm
gravel
ready.
pit.
I've read a whole Aggregate Resources Act for you, Derek. So hit me with it, man.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so these guys want to dig in They want to dig below the water line in a wetland, protected wetland, right?
Right.
And they want to go 80 feet below the water line. And they say that it won't affect the wetlands, right? But if it does,
But
too bad.
the problem is like if it does, the solutions are like they're going to put cisterns in for people that are on wells that, I grew up drinking that well water and it's great. Like the problem is they can say it shouldn't affect anything, but the problem is like if and when it does, there's no real easy recourse to that for those people at that point in time. That's the issue, in my opinion.
Well, that's part of the issue. My thing too is the environment. Literally, you're going to dry up the wetlands. What kind of animals do we have in that area that are going to be displaced or lost?
Mm-hmm.
In my experience, living around the corner for the majority of my life, you've got wild turkeys, deer, obviously lots of stuff, but there's tons of wild turkeys around there. There's lots of deer. I got hit by a deer running out of that gravel pit property. So there's obviously deer and turkeys. But yeah, I mean,
fuck that deer, I can eat you.
Actually, I stopped. I came to a complete stop, which was a mistake, and the deer ran into me. Whereas if I had it kept going at my normal rate of speed when I saw him break out of the bush, he probably stemmed it, but it's counterintuitive. Like you see a deer break out of the bush in front of you, like stop. I slam on the brakes. Like you don't speed up and say, "Oh, I'm going to outrace them."
Yep. Because then you usually clip their head and it smashes your front end.
That's it.
Yeah. But you're right.
Well,
I have one friend who hit 3 deers in 2 years. Now, who's doing something wrong at that point?
I mean, did you ask him how many tags he had? I would have.
I was going to say, does he have a big freezer? Maybe that's why he got 3 deer. Come on.
Honestly, if you told me that story, that would be the first question out of my mouth. I'd say, how many tags you got?
This guy's passed now, but let me tell you a story about this guy. Okay. He was probably... I had 2 friends who always had car accidents. They always did stupid shit. So this guy who's now gone, Anthony, we call him Tony, but he rolled his truck. Okay, so we had a truck. He rolled his truck 3 different times. Once it landed in a tree and like literally was like 15 feet in the air. They pulled it down. It slammed, bounced. He fixed it up. Not fucking 2 weeks after he fixed it up, he rolls it down into a ditch.
Ouch.
And grabs it again, fixes it up. One more time, rolls it and smashes it into a tree, and he finally killed it. So he lost his license. As he lost his license, he bought a Mustang. What were they, Capris?
Chevrolet Capri?
Yeah, no. It was it's like a Mustang. Maybe, yeah, because the Caprice is the Chevrolet. With the Capri, it's a Mustang, like a Fox body with a bubble back window. And anyway, so he had this.
You're talking about a Ford Thunderbird, right? That's what you're talking about?
No. He's talking about an AMC Pacer.
No. It's a Mercury Capri. It's a Fox body Mustang. But it's the Mercury version, and it has a bubble back window on the hatch.
Yeah, I know the Caprice.
Can we make this a trivia segment on the show where Derek just puts up like a picture of a random car, and then people have, no, I'm serious. Like instead of doing the music stuff, it should be like Derek's random car trivia segment where it's like just a picture of a random car, and then people have to tell us what make it is. Not that I'm normally on the show. I'm just saying I think this would be a funny thing.
There you go.
So
do it.
Anyways, he rolls this car, and he's like,
that's the sound it made when it hit the tree.
So he takes off, and he did it on the Arena Road in Uxbridge. So he takes off, and he lived over by where KFC is now, and goes home and calls the cops and says, "My car's stolen." Okay. where is your car? Oh, it's on Ball Road. and he tells him where it is after he told him it was stolen.
Wow.
Ah,
Dumbass.
yeah. So he got busted.
They actually, you know what that KFC is? If you go out the back entrance on the cemetery road there, they named a street for my great uncle because he was the last World War II veteran that was still alive and a member of the Uxbridge Legion. And unfortunately, he passed away last year. But I'm saying there's a Harry Thornton Way now in Uxbridge right behind that KFC. And they named it after my uncle, or my great uncle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice
in the new three street subdivision there.
Yes, the first street in, I think, is the Harry Thornton Way off. You got it,
Yeah. No, I know that well. Yeah. So where KFC was my friend's house.
Crazy.
That was.
I guess, you know what? It's so long ago, I can't remember what it looked like back then, even though I was around.
Where that subdivision was a horse farm that waxed the people learn how to ride. And then they sold it, obviously, to developers.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know what? It's like once you get used to the town changing, and it's been that way for a while, it's hard to, go back in time in your memory for me and remember how it used to be. You know what I mean? Because you get used to it.
Oh. Ringo, he left us.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Does that mean
Uxbridge is messed up, right? Uxbridge is kind of screwed up. Like, why have they not fixed a lot of the buildings that are damaged by the tornado?
Okay, so I can explain that to you, and they've just demolitioned the houses that had to be torn down. It's all insurance and everything, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. So, but now they've actually everything is getting taken care of right now. They are demoing and they are.
How about the church?
The church? I think that's pretty fixed.
I actually took a year of vocal lessons when I was 17 at that church. That's where I went.
Yeah. The roof is still open. They haven't even covered it. So all the rain we've had since the tornado has gone into the building.
Yeah.
So that's
not a good thing.
That means they're going to be tearing that down too. That's pretty shitty.
Old wood, man. Well, I guess that building wasn't that old.
It was a very nice church. It was a very, very nice church. When I went there to take lessons, it's sad.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm confused. It was the one up by the beer store, right? Or is it the one that is in the center of town?
Yeah.
By the municipal offices.
No, sorry, other way. So, how do I explain this to you? You know where the used car lot and across the street?
Yeah.
As you're coming, what would that be? West on Main.
If you head east out of town.
Sorry, east. East out of town. There's the
used on the north side,
and then it's directly across the street.
Yeah.
So the used car lot by the high school.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes. Okay. So down by the municipal building, there's
I think that's the St. Paul's Catholic Church. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a fairly nice church.
Yep.
That church is where Glenn Gould had his first recital.
Really?
There you
was
go.
That when he still did he live in town, or was he still up in my mom, like Uptergrove or something? I guess they've got a platform.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly. I just know he had his first recital there because Dawson did his first one there, and that was their big thing.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's all I know about it. I'd have to Google it.
Very cool.
Well, gentlemen, it is 10 after.
Is this the end, or
this is the end?
I think we're pretty much going to do the end.
Yeah.
Well,
when the drummer starts singing.
Hey, it was pretty good last Friday. I listened to a lot of it, and it was actually pretty good, the singing on the drummer end. So congratulations.
Oh, thank
you.
Nice singing. Oh, that's Friday. Oh, Friday.
Yeah, you were singing a bit.
Thank you.
It was good. It sounded good.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for having me on again. And I hope to be back. Maybe not as the mayor. Maybe I can have some more, comedic bits or something. You know, I could do cars or anyway, we'll talk.
Hey, you know, we will chat. And if you're into doing this for the long haul, I'm sure we can help you out somehow. So
sounds great.
You're going to be around. Don't worry.
Cheers. Cheers to the Heikadelic Show.
Yeah. A star on the Heikadelic Show. That'll get you votes.
Hey,
thanks
I
for
put the podcast. Your podcast is up on my website. Now, I put it up there, and my sense is not a whole lot of people watched it, but the people that did watch it had some interesting comments for me on the campaign trail. And I think it related to the lead-in to kind of my segment. It was an interesting lead-in, if you remember how that show went. But anyway, I'm just saying that's how I watched it. Because if they watched it and I see them, they definitely mentioned that they watched it.
Nice.
I know, man. That's how you know. Because you know if they watch it and then they see you, they go, "Oh, I watched the Heikadelic Show. We got to talk about that."
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, it was great seeing you again, bud. We'll have you back again in the future. So I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to thank our guests that actually joined our show today, which is Deborah, Melanie, Joe, Tams, Kathy, Keisha, and Olaf. You guys all rock. Glad to have you on. And you boys got any last things to throw out there before we sign off?
Head up to Petrolia this weekend. Reaper's Realm.
Reaper's Realm. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Look it up, folks. Thanks, Ringo, for showing up.
Yeah,
nice to see your pretty face. And we're going to talk to you guys all real soon. Next week is Halloween. So come back Halloween night. Tell us your crazy stories. You can either have a message come up and we'll read it, or we'll throw you up on the screen and you can tell us in person. We'd love to hear some gory stuff for Halloween night.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man. All right. Thanks, guys, for being here. And we're going to see you all again here next Monday night, Halloween night, on the Heikadelic Show. Take care, guys.
Well, now I got to figure out which one this is.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikadelicshow.com or Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikadelicshow.com.
Oh gosh, and shit on a stick. Johnny Ringo, when are you gonna get back on stage? The COVID thing is over, right? Well, it's not, but things are safe to go out, right? I haven't even gone out, but I want to get out and see Johnny Ringo live in the clubs. Or the big stage, yeah. Lots of whining, no tears.